Hey, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here with you every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour here in the evening. And I work on projects from beginning to end so you can see the whole part of the process, see my decisions along the way, and work on the project with me if you like. Every video here goes up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube when we're done. And they also stay here on the Penguin and Fish Facebook page. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Nice to see you popping in. So tonight we are going to continue free motion quilting, or FMQ, free motion quilting, our Splendid Sampler 2 quilt along process. So I'm doing the Quilt As You Go process. So here's what that means. For the Splendid Sampler 2, we are starting out by making all of our cute little blocks from the book. So there's a link to the Splendid Sampler 2 on my post here. Here are my 3 current finished blocks. And so what we do after those blocks is we have been sewing them with some sashing. So here's 4 blocks. I've been putting some white sashing. So that's like a little thin border in between. Not on the outside, not an outside border. It's like an inside border. And so I'm using little white sashing with a little square in the middle, sometimes called a cornerstone. And then I've been sandwiching the 4 pieces together with some batting in the middle and then my backing fabric. So I've been doing that with every time I get 4 pieces, I do that. So here's another one I have ready to go. And what we've been doing at that point is quilting these small little pieces. So instead of quilting a whole quilt all at once, I've been quilting the small pieces. This is the one that we finished the other night. Look, we made like a whole woodsy beach scene on the back of this one. So this one all started with this block, and I just started quilting that like a tree. And then we just kept going from there. We played with some templates and we got this whole quilted block. So once we have quilted blocks like this, then we, I hit you guys. Then we do the Quilt As You Go technique where we take those quilted blocks, we trim them down, and then we add a little binding connector. So here's a little, you can kind of see it here. It's like this back and front binding, and we use that to sew our quilted blocks together. So here's what I got so far. I just have these 3 sets of 4 quilted together. And here's the back. So it's fully quilted. So this is like a finished quilt right now. So what we're going to do is just keep adding to this, and I will show you that quilting, that Quilt As You Go technique where we bind it once, maybe later this week. So we have this one quilted ready to go. I thought we'd quilt one more, and then yeah, maybe tomorrow we start the Quilt As You Go technique, sewing some of those together again. Unless we feel like quilting more, we still have 3 unquilted blocks here to go. But that is the process. So we are not going to have to lay our quilt on the floor when we're done and pin it all together and crawl on the ground to sandwich our quilt together. It's going to be done. All we're going to have to do is put a binding on this thing, which is awesome. I feel like I'm doing a little warp to the end of the project. I get to skip the whole sandwiching and quilting portion because we're doing it as we go. This is my first time doing the Quilt As You Go technique, and I really am having a good time. And I'm also practicing my free motion quilting. I'm pretty new to free motion quilting, and being able to do it on small squares like this versus a full quilt has been really good to practice. So all right, I'm going to flip you guys around and we will start going tonight. I think I know, I don't quite totally know what I'm gonna do for the quilting, but I have a place to start, and that's all I need right now. So I'm gonna flip you around and we'll get started. Thanks again for joining me. All right, here we are again tonight. So here, I'll show you guys our finished blocks here. Okay, so we have, this is the one, this is our finished one. So we have 3 sets of 4, 3 sets of 4 here, and they're connected with this binding here. So you can tell that it's the binding because I don't have any quilting on it. So I have 3 sets. I'm gonna do 5 sets of 4 total. So I'll have 5 sets of 4 this way and 5 sets of 4 this way, and so we'll have 100 blocks when we're done. So that's the quilt that I have done so far. This is that piece that we did last week. Was this last? I think it must be last week. So I just really love this. We played with some templates. We had a shell template. So we used big shells and small shells from the template. And then we had a circle template too. So we tried that. And we made this little kind of beachy, like a northern Minnesota beach scene, I suppose. So that's this. Ooh, you used your rulers for the first time today, Dawn. You should let me know how that went. Okay, and then we have these 3 that we have prepped. By prepped, I mean we have the front done, so it has the sashing in. We put some batting in, and we have the backing, and we've pinned it all together. We used different types of batting for the 3 of these. And for this one, so this is the one we did the other day is a double layer of batting. So it's quite poofy. We wanted to just give that a try. I'm using basically scraps for this block, so I just have a bunch of scrap batting, and that's why I'm using different battings. It's a little experiment. But anyway, we got these 4. Then we have, oh, upside down. We have these 4 as well. I think this is the one I'm going to work on today. And then we have this one, and this one's a nice fat double batting one too, which is kind of fun. Ooh, that makes me want to play with this one though, because it's just, I love how thick the batting is. But the only thing I have an idea for so far is for this one. This block here, I thought we could do some fun, like just connect the dots sort of shapes here. And honestly, that is my only idea I have so far. So as we go, we'll have to come up with more of a plan for this, but I at least have a start. I thought we'd kind of do some of those S shapes again to make that sort of like flower petal look. And again, that is my only idea for this so far. But that's kind of how this block went too. My only idea for this was I wanted to make this tree look like it had leaves by doing all these feathers. And you can see it way better from the back here. I love how that turned out. And then that just turned into the rest of the idea. So I'm hoping that if we start doing something here, it might inform the rest of it. I don't know how that's going to happen yet, but let's give it a go. Like I said, it's my only idea so far. So let's do it. All right, I'm going to scooch on down here. So I have my foot on from last night, so I'm going to start by putting on my other foot. This is my normal, just quilting foot. My 1/4 inch quilting foot. So I'm going to exchange it for my Westerly decorative stitching foot. So this is a decorative stitching, oh gosh, there's a whole big long name for it, but like it's a ruler, meant for rulers. So the neat thing about this, Westerly is the manufacturer for it. But the beauty of this is it stitches right in the middle of this circle, and this circle is a 1/2 inch big. So whenever I stitch, I know that it's going to be in the middle of this 1/2 inch. So everywhere on this circle is going to be a 1/4 inch away from the middle. And that really helps me kind of measure and everything. And it's thick, so it's good for ruler use. So if you have some templates, some acrylic templates or something like that, then it butts up against this really well. This has an extra feature where it's kind of filled in and it has this little circle. I can actually run other threads through here that my needle will stitch down. So I can do some really kind of fun decorative stuff with this, but I'm just using it now for that it's a 1/4 inch from the center all the way around, and I can use the rulers with it. So that's the beauty of this. It is a little tricky to get on my machine here. I have to put it on from the top, and there we go. So now I can just tighten it on there. Did you hear that? The Amazon Alexa just started talking to me. We had to change the name of the Alexa to ECHO because I can't say it out loud, otherwise it'll talk to me again. But Alexa sounded too much like Alyssa. So that didn't fly anymore. All right, let's take my leader off of here. Okay. So someone just mentioned a snowflake design, and you know what? I kind of love that. And it's similar to a flower. So why don't we do, this is almost like a snowflake, right? So I guess all we really need for a snowflake is just to keep it all, I mean, it's basically like a flower, right? So I can still do my kind of curved decorative stuff, but what if we just add like a fun decorative element at the tips of each of these? Like I could do like a, I kind of want to do like an S through the center and then back up to here, because it's kind of this, it's going to be like this orange peel look when I'm done after I go around each side. But what if when we get to the tip, we do something decorative, like a little kind of loop, like it could be like 3 little bloops here. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, you have a daughter called Carissa, and oh, a granddaughter, Alyssa. Oh, so you have to change yours. You can't be the, now I can freely say Amazon Alexa though, and it's not going to talk to me. But yeah, the only other option is calling it computer or ECHO, which I can't say out loud. They don't give you any option to name it yourself. But all right, I like this. Let's do like a curvy snowflake. So I'm gonna start with these swoopy S's. We'll do a little bloop on top, and then to get to the next spot, we're gonna follow this I keep on saying clamshell, but this orange peel, and then we'll do our next S thing. So okay, we got a total plan. That's plenty of a plan to get started. So, all right, let's get this on the machine. All right, I feel good about that. That's fun. I love kind of doing this on the fly. I mean, I like starting out with a little idea, but this is kind of fun. Okay, I'm going to start. Let's start right here because I think we'll end up ending right here, and this seems like a good place to get out and move to the next area, maybe? Yeah, let's just decide that that's a thing. All right. And sometimes it's good to start in the middle anyway, because we can stretch out our fabric from the middle. So, all right, I'm going to start here. I think we'll even start with that silly little bloop. We'll do that S. I want the S to run through the center here and then to this corner. And then we do another bloop. And then we run the S back up, yeah, to that corner, and then we'll follow the orange peel. Ooh, and then we can do our little bloop again, and then start our next S to get to this corner. All right, I think I got it. I gotta plan it out a little bit. So I need to adjust. I just put my presser foot down, and I need to adjust the height of this westerly foot. It should just kind of almost hover on the top. So I should be free moving underneath. I think that's pretty good. And you know, that's going to depend on how thick of a batting. So it was probably up a little bit higher on that other batting that we did. Let's turn this light on. All right, let's get the thread up from the bottom. I'm going to start right at that point. Gotta love those bloops. Start in the center. Okay, the problem with me starting in the center is that I'm going to end up in the center. And then I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. So I think we'll be right here. Okay, so let's just, we got the thread from underneath, so I'm just grabbing it and we're gonna pull it up the rest of the way. There we are. So now both of my threads, oop, not quite. Ugh, this came up. So what I want is my thread, both threads, to be underneath my foot, but at the top of the machine. All right, so we're fine. Oops, wrong bit. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna put the presser foot down. We did not practice at all. So I'm gonna do a couple stitches here. That's just kind of locking it in place. And all right, let's get, we have the grippets. Maybe we'll use grippets today. I also have my gloves. Actually, where are my gloves? Maybe I don't have the gloves. Oh, here they are. I also have like these gloves with the little rubber bottoms, so we'll try that as well if we need to. All right. All right, let's give it a try. So I gotta think it through again. I think I'm gonna do the bloops afterwards. We're gonna start with this S curve. So I want to end up in the center. This is that one that's angling, so I want to I almost want to end up in the center of this triangle, I think. Or maybe not quite. Just trying to think of how the arcs would go. We could use the arc ruler, but I'm going to try and eyeball it. Okay. We're just going to go. On your mark, get set, go. All right. All right, I'm headed toward the center. All right, now I'm headed to this corner here. All right. I think we got it. We made it. All right, now I'm going to add the bloops. These bloops are going to get cut off, but we'll get the implied shape of them. I'm going to get rid of this pin while we're here. Okay, so we came out this way, so I'm going to go 3 bloops this way. Like, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. They're going to be pretty cutesy, informal bloops. Let's call them that. Informal bloops. All right, and you know what? Before I get too far, I'm going to trim these threads from the beginning because we're headed back in that direction. Here's my scissors. Now they won't get in the way. All right, now let's do the S curve in the opposite direction on the way back. And it should make one of these kind of orange peel shapes. I think they'll be a little skinnier though, how I did it here. All right, through the center. I'm gonna use that center to stop, but here we go. You can kind of see it. It's kind of mimicking this shape, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this. All right, that's back where we began. I think I need to move a little slower and speed up my foot because my stitches are pretty big. So I'm going to go faster with my pedal and a little slower with my foot. But here we go. There's our first bit. Now I'm going to add the bloop over here. I'm just going to kind of continue the swoop. So I ended up in this direction, so I'm going to continue that way. And we'll do that little 3 bloops because they're cute. Boop. Boop. It's kind of like a floral snowflake. Oh, and then we kind of ended up here. All right, so I'm going to continue that line. I'm going to follow this orange peel here. So I'm going to kind of basically stitch in the ditch there. stitch in the ditch just means I'm going to go along the line of a seam. All right. Let's see. I think I'll save the bloops for after I'm done with the S. So now we're to the second part. We're going to do that S down to here. And I don't need to do the S. I could just go here and then back up and then do the next one here, back up. But you can get the same effect by doing a whole S shape. And I kind of think it's a little bit of a magic trick that I can do two at once. So that's why I like doing it. All right. And man, my camera is shaking quite a bit today. Let me try and just rearrange for you guys. I think the fan is actually blowing on it. The heater. All right, let's see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna S curve down to the bottom here. All right, maybe I should go this direction. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, through the center, and I'm going all the way down this time. All right. We're gonna make those bloops. They're gonna run off the page a little bit here, but we'll get that effect. There we go. All right, now the S back up. They're a little funny shaped, but I think that's what makes it handmade a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna do the bloops. I'm kind of stopping in a weird spot. All right, anyway, let's make the bloops this way. I'm gonna run into the next block. So whatever our next block is, they're going to have to do that. They're gonna have to, it's gonna have to be within that block. Because right now, this is all about this kind of floral snowflake. All right, back to the center there. I wonder what it looks like. I'm excited to see what it looks like on the back. Okay, so now I'm gonna swoop down to here. You know what, that's gonna be our last S, and I was thinking we were gonna get out of it here. Oh, but we didn't go around any of these. Oh, I am gonna end up back there. Oh, goofy, okay. All right, never mind. Let's get to the next spot here. Again, stitching in the ditch. Sort of, best I can. Okay, and here's our last little S curve here. That's funny, Leslie. All right, let's see. I always get nervous here. All right, we're back to the center. Up to here. And I'm gonna do the bloops, but let's get rid of this pin. Okay, yeah, you guys, the time change is coming up. We'll talk about that in a sec. That's pretty funny looking. I like it though. Okay, let's add the bloops here. All right, so we basically have everything in here and we have the whole S shape, but I haven't finished going around the edge. So we did here and here. So now I just have to go around this edge. And then maybe we'll peek at the back because maybe we'll go around the circle too. I don't know. I don't know if we need to. Although the circle is kind of fun. Anyway, let's make that decision when we get there. All right, again, I'm just following these orange peel shapes. Okay, next. Remembering to breathe. All right, one more. Okay, we are back where we started here. So that's pretty cute. You can kind of see on the back, we got these little cute little dangly things. I don't know, should we put a little, we could do the circle around the outside, or we could add, I mean, like, you know, we could do all sorts of things. We could add, we could do straight. That would make it kind of snowflakey. Why don't we do that? Let's cut straight from point to point through all these, and it'll kind of look, yeah, I think that'll look like a snowflake. So the trick is, though, I think I need a thinner, I think I might need a thinner guy. So let's use one of these Westerly deals. We have this one. You know, this had those arcs we could have played with. I'm going to just use it as a straight edge. So I need to end up 1/4 inch away from here for that. I don't have the little rubber grippies on the bottom, so hopefully this will be okay. The reason I'm using this instead of the grippets you can do it with, but these are just a little thinner. This is like 3mm acrylic, and this is 6mm. This 6mm is used a lot for long arm quilters. All right, let's just go. I'm going to go from point to point. All right, there we go. Great. So I could just turn my whole piece here, but I'm pretending, just for practice, I'm going to pretend that I'm on a big quilt. So I'm going to turn my ruler instead. So again, I'm going to go 1/4 inch away here. All right, so again, I don't have the little rubber bottoms on the bottom of this, so it's wanting to slide a little bit, so I'm being really careful to hold it down the best I can. I still need to grip it for this hand though. All right, next up. I think my 1/4 inch ending was a little weird for that one. Okay, and up this way. Two more. Boop-a-doop. I'm going to remove this pin up here. Maybe we'll go on this side. I started at kind of a weird spot there. All right, that's kind of cool. That's snowflakey. Can you kind of see it in the light there? I do like these little bloops. Yeah, I think we leave it there. I'm not sure I want to go around the outside here. I kind of like it. We could even, I mean, we could get more decorative on the inside even. Let's see, how far do we want to go? Gosh, I kind of want to do more. You know what? I think I'm going to go, oh gosh, maybe that's silly. But I'm like a little quilt happy here too. I think I'm going to go one extra bloop down in here just to kind of fill in these spaces a little bit, and maybe that'll make these petals pop a little bit. I don't know. This might be excessive here, but I'm gonna do it. And I'm not going to do the S-curve way of doing it. I'm going to just bounce from the middle back up. There. I just added an extra little bloop. This is probably going to ruin it. It's not going to ruin it. It'll just be more. But I'm having fun. I don't wanna stop. Ooh, it's decorative. Oh, I like it. Ooh, I think it's pretty. You know, and I don't know what to do next after this snowflake. So maybe that's why I'm just adding to it. That one was a little weird. All right, I think that's plenty now. So I can either stop here or I can just kind of decide where to go next. But I totally need ideas here. So I'm going to just lift you guys up a little bit. Let's just kind of peek at it from the side here. All right, so you can kind of see, here's my little snowflake. I mean, we could keep going with like a snow kind of theme. Let's turn this off. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. We got that little geometric-y snowflake. Let's see. I am trying to figure out like fills and stuff. Like how can we go around this but not just kind of erase what we just did? So I don't know. Do you think I should take it off and then just make another, like decide what to do next? We could just keep echoing it. I mean, that's always an option. We could add bloops on the outside. That would be like the rest of this circle. I don't know if I want to do that though. I kind of like that it's straight. We could add more. We could go on the outside of these a little bit more. Like echo around these. You like the echo shapes a lot? All right, I'm wondering how to, you think go to another block, little circles? Oh, like we could do a pile of little circles around? That'd be interesting. I do kind of like that. Gosh, I'm not sure how good I'm at that though. Those are those like little pebbles. One thing we could try is there's a thing where we like do those straight lines and then the circles. Those are kind of fun. We could just kind of cover this block with those circles and then kind of fill in the shape around it and eventually get to some of these other blocks. Should we try doing that? You think I should break it and go to the next block? I'm kind of thinking that too a little bit. I'm nervous about messing this up. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. We're going to do it. Or travel in the ditch somewhere. See, that's a good plan. I could just travel. Or I could just start making bloops here. And then they could just hit the next spot. You know, we're going to do some bloops. We're going to do some circle bloops because this is what is difficult for me, getting out of a shape after I'm in it. And we're going to make it. We're going to just make myself get out of it. So I'm going to do those vertical lines that have little circles here and there. And I'm going to cover this entire shape with it. We're going to just start here. And I'm going to work my way this way. And then probably get down in here to... and maybe I'll end up over here somewhere. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to travel. We'll travel a little bit up the line just so it looks like I did not exactly at this point. All right, so how about like right there? All right, this will be good practice too. So I'm going to go up, do a little circle, go up a little bit more, do another circle. It's going to be kind of free form here. But let's
try and stay sort of straight. I'm going to just eyeball it. All right, so here we go. Up. There, like that. And now we'll do like a little circle. Oh, I kind of like this already. And then we gotta follow that shape again. So half circle. And then up a little bit more. There we go. It's cute. Let's do a little bit bigger circle, because why not? All right, I gotta get back up. Maybe we do a closer circle here. This is good practice. And maybe all the way up. There we go. Now we're up to the top. So you can see I kind of made this little kind of bloopy line here, and I'm just gonna come back down and do a similar thing until we hit our shape. Then I'll travel up a little bit and then travel and then keep going. So we're just gonna kind of make this kind of texture, this round texture here. I'm excited to kind of see what it looks like. So right now we're gonna just travel over at the top here. There, I think you guys can see a little bit better here maybe. And we'll work our way back down. So, and then I'll talk about time change a little bit while I do this. Hopefully I can talk and do this at the same time, but I think this takes a little less thinking, this idea. All right, time change. So here in our part of the US, so most of the US, but not all, changes time for daylight saving time. And I do not know if it's starting or ending. I don't understand all that. I don't have all that down. All I know is that our clocks go ahead an hour on Sunday at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something. When I'm sleeping, the clock will jump ahead. Oh, I think I lost my thread. What the heck? All right, how long ago did that happen? All right, I do not have any thread here. So hold up the talk. The daylight saving, well, maybe now is a good time. So we spring ahead because it's going to be spring. So what that means is all of a sudden we are going to jump ahead an hour, which I think means for everyone who does not change, whoever's time does not change, we will be on an hour earlier starting Monday. So like if you're watching me at, I don't know when you're watching me, let's say you're watching me at 4 p.m. right now, we would be at 3 p.m. instead. Because an hour disappears because we've moved ahead. And we get that, we have this conversation every time and it's always confusing. But I believe if your time does not change, I will be on an hour earlier for you than I am right now. And that starts on Monday. All right, that is weird. I have no idea why we lost, oh, the thread broke here. I don't know what that was all about. So I'm just gonna snip. Okay, let's try this again. So I don't think we've quite made it around this whole circle. But I think we'll just start at the bottom here. You like the fall back better than spring ahead? I do too. We are having this conversation today. I mean, yes, we get more light in the afternoon, but oh my God, that 1 extra hour of sleep when we fall back is amazing. And now I gotta lose another hour of sleep on Sunday, and right now I need all the sleep I can get. Maybe I'll just sleep in for a really, really long time on Sunday. Yeah, the time change stole my thread. All right, let's do a couple stitches. All right, we should be good to go again. That was weird. Let's get the grippets out again. Do another circle. I'm kind of trying to fit the circles like every other one, but I don't want it, I want it to feel a little random, so I'm not doing that every time. Like this one we'll do a little bit longer, and then now we'll do it here, maybe a little bit bigger circle. All right, that was more like an oval. All right, so now I'm gonna go all the way down till it hits my other stitching here, and then I'm gonna travel up a little bit and then do my next line, which I think will hit this bloop, and I'll go around it. I think it'll look cool on the back, so we'll see. All right, I've hit that line. You know what? I'm gonna just use my grip it here to travel up. I think I gotta go a little lower. There we go. Let's travel up to like here. All right, I'm gonna hit my bloop. And you know, I can't really see. I'm gonna peek. Okay. We're gonna go to like there. Okay, and now we're back on our line. Our line with circles. It's kind of like snow, right? Oh, you like the spring ahead because your husband can golf longer, which gives you more time to sew. Sounds like a plan. All right, this one I'm going way up to here, and now I'll do a circle, but let's trim these threads. Yeah, this is good practice on these little circles because you have to backtrack them a little bit. It's also good practice for just stitching straight. All right. Do a little circle here. And I made a big space here, so let's do a bigger one there. I definitely feel like I could get a little smoother. I feel like I'm jerking around a little bit. I think that's just how I'm holding my fabric. I just got to get it figured a little bit. And I do have a lot of bulk over here, so maybe that's partially it. All right, I'm going to go all the way down. I think let's do one more right here. Oop, out of here. All right, so now I'm going to travel down to where I hit the snowflake again here. All right, let's travel, get my grip it in there. Then that looks good. So I think we'll do one more up and then maybe one more down, and I think we'll call it at that point for the evening. I wasn't sure I liked this, what is this called? Like a pearl? I don't know. Pearl beads or something? I wasn't sure I liked this design at first, but I think it's just because I knew I had to backtrack on those circles, and that sounded just really difficult, but now I think it's kind of pretty. All right, so if we work on this tomorrow night, though, you guys, we need a plan for the other half of this. I only had a plan for that snowflake, and the snowflake wasn't even the plan. It was just kind of doing a little flower. Oh, string of beads. String of beads. That makes sense. So we need to figure out what to do for the rest of this. Maybe we'll do some string of beads to just get to the next section or something. So I am trying to use, we got some vertical shapes in this design. So I'm trying to use, oops, sorry you guys. I'm trying to use those as my guides for making straight lines. Like there's some lines here. I'm trying to be perpendicular to those and parallel to these. So I am, to get these lines straight, I am using those as a guide as much as I can. Because otherwise, I think if I didn't have those as a guide, it would be all wonky all over the place, I think. All right, so we're going to go down to, I think, where we hit the flower again here. And again, I think most of this will get cut off because, when we trim this, it'll trim to here. But, it'll be part of the border edge here. All right. Let's roll it up the side here a little bit. It's a little harder to stitch on the edge here because there's not much for my grippet to hold on to. Oh, a little mice around the clock. Okay, that would be really cute if we could pull that off. Oh, that's nice, Gretchen. Ooh, we went through some thick fabric there. Kerchunked a little bit. All right, I'm going to do one more circle here, and then, yeah, we're just going to run right into our little bloopity-bloop. And then maybe tomorrow we'll continue that loop down to here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to come up with a plan, that's for sure. Maybe we don't need it because it's going to all be cut off, but I suppose if we had it here, maybe I should just continue. Maybe I should just continue it down to here. I think that's our plan. All right, so I'm going to mimic these shapes again now. Because I want to make it look like the line continued, but on the outside. Oh, let's do a circle. I almost forgot that that's what we were doing. All right, let's bloop around these. We're just tracing what we already did, and yeah, let's just go all the way to the bottom. Oh, I wonder if we should we just travel around this bottom a little bit? I think so. So let's, where'd that other one go? It was right up here. If I extend it down, all right, the next one has to be like right here. Let's do that. Trying to line it up with the one up higher. So it looks like it just continued behind the snowflake. All right, up to that line. All right, let's travel down. I bet you we can get another one in here. Yeah, like right here. I can use the grippet in this direction. Oop, sorry, I bumped you with my head. All right, I definitely fell off my line there, but oh well. We'll do another little circle just for fun. All right. Why don't we do the other side yet too? We have a few more here. So I'm gonna just travel along the bottom here. This is all gonna get cut off, so traveling is fine. Let's see, this one goes here. All right, we do have one that goes up here. I'm just gonna do a line. Maybe I went too far. Yeah, about right there. All right, and the next one is about right here. I'm totally eyeballing where they are at the top, so this might be totally weird, but we're gonna see. We'll tell by how it looks like on the back. What it looks like on the back. All right, and then we have one more that kind of comes down right here. So let's travel to about there. There we go. All right, the tongue just came out. All right, and then I'm gonna go straight up, and then that's where we're gonna take it off the machine for the night. Yeah, so we're gonna start fresh tomorrow, so I am gonna take it off the machine. But I think we did pretty good for not taking it off of the machine before. All right, let's do it. We'll take a look at it and call it an evening, I think. Let's snip the end. All right, I'm gonna get you guys up here. We'll take a look at the front and then we'll flip it around to the back. So, all right, so here, I'm gonna get a little higher up for you guys. Here you can kind of, you can see all the bloops. So this is very visible out from the front, all these little circles. So that's kind of fun. I like that. It's airier than what I've been stitching historically on this project. So I kind of like that. I think that'll help these shapes come out a little bit more. So let's look at the back. All right, that's kind of cute. You know, this is still jumping out a little bit. Man, I think maybe if we did echo that once all the way around, maybe that would have been like a bolder line. That should be something we think about in the future, just doing a little echo around the edge. But it's still really pretty, I think. So there's that snowflake. I think that definitely looks snowflakey. I think it was nice that we didn't do the circle around the outside. That straight line, I think, gave it that extra snowflakiness. And then we got these little circle blips. I think that's cool. All right, we got like a third done here, or almost half. So again, let's pick this up again tomorrow, and I think the clock should be a thing. I don't want to just stitch over the clock. Maybe we frame it even, like we could outline it, and yeah, we could really do like a little mouse or something hidden in here. Would be kind of fun. Maybe we could yeah, I don't know, just trace these lines or something. I don't know. But I don't especially want to lose the clock. That would be nice. And then, you know, it could be another filler thing down here maybe. I don't know. So get your ideas out. I am open to ideas. I kind of wish that this was that double thick batting, because the snowflake would have been these circles would have been really cute on the double thick batting. But this is awfully pretty. I think that turned out awfully sweet. Definitely snowflakey. I like it. All right, you guys. I'm going to turn you around, and we'll call it a night. Horizontal lines next to the snowflake, like this. That could be cool. Yeah, just something. We just need something. And I mean, maybe now is where we echo the snowflake a little bit, just to bring our eye in here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys around, and we'll check this out. Hello. All right, thanks for all your help tonight, you guys, on this, because I really wasn't sure what we were going to sew. I had just that slightest idea for this. I love that idea of the snowflake. That was cool, especially with the blue. I think that was neat. So a little kind of roundish snowflake. I do love the back on all these. You can really, oh, there you go. You can see with the light. It's a little subtle snowflake. I think that's pretty sweet. I like it. All right, we are one step further again, 1 hour farther along with this project. So I think we'll just continue this. I'm just in quilting mode. You know, we do have 2 more of these to quilt, so we could just keep going with that. And then maybe next week we start stitching them all together for the Quilt As You Go. I don't know, we'll see. We have 2, I wanted it 5 by 5, and we have enough to do that now, so maybe we'll stop and do the Quilt As You Go binding, but you know, we have to finish this block first. So that is the plan. I will get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies. Just a reminder that my embroidery kits are up on Mass Drop. They are a lot cheaper than usual. So you can click that link in here to get to that if you're interested. If you're curious about one of my embroidery kits and haven't done one yet or want to stock up, they are on sale right now on Mass Drop for a couple more days. I think just like 2 more days. So there's that, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And keep in mind that time change on Monday. If you're part of the time change, then we're still on at 8:30. We'll spring ahead and we'll be on at 8:30. If you're not part of the time change, we'll probably be on an hour earlier. I think that's how it works. All right, you guys, have a great evening. Good night.